Hello, Ignite. I have always wanted to play fetch with a pet dog. You can play with dogs, you can walk dogs, but you have to take them to the vet, and you even have to use a pooper scooper. So I decided against getting a dog, but I did not give up on playing fetch. I've always wanted to play soccer with a pet cat. Cats are soft and cuddly, and they'll play hide and seek, but sometimes they scratch your furniture, and you have to change their litter box. So I decided against getting a cat, but I did not give up on playing soccer. I've always wanted to play basketball with a pet bird. Birds can be taught to say words, and they can ride on your shoulder. But I've been told that they sometimes scream and bite. So I decided against getting a bird, but I did not give up on playing basketball. But did you know that you can actually train a pet fish to play fetch, soccer, and basketball? I had no idea that you could train a fish to do such amazing tricks until I discovered this on the internet last year. You can actually buy training kits that will teach you how to train your fish to do tricks. But I actually learned from experience that all you really need is a tank, a fish, your finger, some food, and a whole lot of patience. So I'm going to teach you how to train a fish. When I learned that I could train a fish, I went out and got one myself. So meet Squirt. He's amazingly easy to take care of. He dances when he sees me. He loves to blow bubbles. He's beautiful and blue, but he's not just a pretty face. So while betta fish are beautiful and they come in a multitude of colors, a couple of fun facts are that they actually originate from Thailand, and they can survive for longer periods of time outside of the water because they breathe oxygen through something called a labyrinth. Now, two types of fish that are great for training are goldfish and betta fish. So in general, the bigger the fish, the bigger their brain, and the easier it is for them to learn. However, betta fish are naturally smart, and so they're great fish for learning tricks. Now, to teach an animal, you're going to need to use a scientific term called operant conditioning. The animal needs to see a stimulus that tells them to do a desired response or action, which needs to be followed up by a positive reinforcement that tells the animal they did a good job and do it again. Now, we all know that life is short, and we should all eat dessert first, right? But you can't do that with your fish. So you need to show your fish that he needs to work for his food. He will beg and look at you with those big blue betta fish eyes, but you cannot give in. I tried to give my fish positive pats on the back and say, good job a lot, but my fish didn't want any of that. He just wanted food. Not popsicles or chocolate cake, but worms. This fish, he will do just about anything for worms. So you need to hold the food in between your fingers and move it across the top of the tank, which will teach your fish to follow your finger. Take your fish on a few laps around the fish tank. He might not win an Olympic gold medal, but he will learn to follow your finger, and you need that to guide him through any remaining tricks. So something really easy that I taught my fish first was to actually follow my finger and glide up onto a flat surface, such as a leaf or something. Quite simple, but fun. But now, for the grand finale trick, you are going to need a hoop. Submerge the hoop completely under the water in your fish's tank and start guiding your fish through the hoop with your finger. Your fish will understand soon that going through the hoop results in a reward, and he'll even start going through the hoop on his own. Once your hoop masters that, you can actually raise the hoop higher and higher and higher, and your fish will even start to jump. So you can train your fish to jump through. Now, I would not personally do this for worms, but once again, he will. And ta-da! You can actually train your fish to jump out of the water and through a hoop. My fish will literally jump for joy, who would have guessed, or for worms. And this is the start to his new obstacle course. Now, Squirt the fish is my greatest party trick. Similarly to how you might have guests over to have your toddler recite the ABCs or ask your dog to roll over for company, I have my friends over to watch Squirt soar through the air. But he's multi-talented. He's been taught to jump through a hoop, but next I'd like to teach him how to play basketball, soccer, fetch, or even how to do the limbo. This has all taught me to not only think outside the box, but to think outside the tank. Squirt may be small, but he can do some really big things. I would have had never guessed that I could have found something so amazing in an unexpected place. So the next time that you're thinking about getting a pet, I hope you'll consider getting a pet fish that you can train instead. And if you're not thinking about getting a pet, I hope you'll leave this talk and you won't forget to always look for amazing things in unexpected places.